AFTV, Spurs 2, Arsenal 3. We have won the North London derby. London is still red, not just North London, all of London. Christian, what are your thoughts on the game today?
London's always been red, and especially this week. Chelsea can hold it, Spurs can hold it. London is absolutely red. Thoughts on the game? Look, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I think I could come on here and I could say, it looked like we were going to throw it away, individual errors. But to be 3-0 up away at Spurs at half-time shows some character. Especially when you could also say Spurs were the better team first half in terms of controlling the game, in terms of possession and chances.
Absolutely.
Maybe they were.
That was a real strange one because I said it during the half-time show. We were 3-0 up, having had 28% possession going into that.
I think with 2 shots on target, we were 3-0 up. It's obviously 1 own goal. So yeah, a bit of a weird game in terms of we probably weren't the better team in the first half and we won it 3-0. And then we were probably the better team in the second half and we lost the second half 2-0. So yeah, on reflection, I think we probably edged it as an overall game. But yeah, a win away against Spurs, you can't complain.
Absolutely. And obviously in that first half, we got all 3 of our goals. Out of the 3, what would you say was your favourite today?
I think the second goal Saka's goal. I think it kind of settled nerves. I think it was nice build-up play. Havertz, the ball over the top was a lovely ball into Saka. And then lovely little cut in and shot. And then, the third goal was nice as well because in my head, that was game over. And it's always nice to go 3-0 up against Spurs.
If only it was game over at that point. That would have saved a few pounding hearts today, that's for sure. But just on that goal as well, obviously that was the goal that came from 2 potential penalties that Spurs could have had there in that box in quick succession as well. Out of the 2, do you think either of them could have or should have been given?
Nah.
Just as simple?
Nah. I mean, the second one definitely isn't. I think Rice and Partey go in for the ball at the same time. I don't know who it was. Madison, I think it was.
Something, yeah.
And they both get a touch on the ball, so it's definitely not a pen. And then when Kulusevski's running into the box and Trossard, maybe little touch, but he stays on his feet. And as sad as it is to say, if you want a penalty, you have to go down.
Do you think if he goes down quicker, they've potentially got more of an argument? Because
Maybe.
obviously what happens is there is impact, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then it takes him 5 or 6 seconds to go down on the floor. Do you think that's what saved us in that situation?
Possibly. But I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking we've beat Spurs away. We've put pressure on City. Obviously, we're Nottingham Forest fans now.
Up the Forest.
And we're going to be Spurs fans whenever, is it next week? 2 weeks?
Well, you're speaking for yourself.
Mate, I'm saying I might get a Spurs shirt for that game.
Whoa.
Mate, you think you're not going to be sporting Spurs when they play City?
Not Spurs shirt.
Mate, if it takes me to wear a Spurs shirt for them to take points off City, I will wear a Spurs shirt. If it means we win our first league title in 20 years, I'll do it, mate.
That's a slightly controversial one. And obviously, we've won the game today, which is great. But there are a few talking points, specifically when it comes to errors. David Raya for that goal.
Yeah, I know. I said it on the watch along. Goalkeepers can make mistakes. You know, you're a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens.
You're in high pressure situations where literally one mistake is a goal. And we've seen Alisson, the best keeper in the world, make mistakes. There's no keeper that doesn't make mistakes, and I get it. But the mistakes I mean are like, you go to save one, it goes under your hand. Oh, it was unlucky, it's a mistake, we move on.
Yep.
He's under no pressure. We're cruising in the game at 3-0. And he's trying to dink pass with his left foot,
Weak foot,
into Partey in midfield. And he gives it straight to Romero, who puts it in the bottom corner. Like, it's inexcusable. It's a head loss. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's inexperience, it's rookie, it's all of these words, it is. And we've brought this guy in to replace Ramsdale because Ramsdale was supposed to be the guy that has the head losses and can't concentrate for 90 minutes. And Raya's supposed to be this reliable guy who's a top goalkeeper who can concentrate even when the ball's not near him. Maybe that's what it was today. Maybe because he didn't have much to do. Maybe when it came to him, he's a bit too much confidence. Maybe he wasn't on it. But yeah, I think it's inexcusable. And the penalty as well. I don't want to get into Rice too much.
I was about to ask this. Do you have, obviously, I've seen 2 different opinions on this one. James saying you can't really excuse it. Laurie's got a bit more sympathy. Where do you sit here?
I just think it can happen to any player.
Yeah.
There was a similar one. I think it was when we played Liverpool last year. We beat them 3-2 at the Emirates.
Right.
Or I think Thiago, he kicked Jesus.
So,
Remember that one?
Yeah.
It's like these penalties can happen. If you're not completely switched on and you take a touch or they beat you and you go to clear the ball, it can happen. You can end up kicking someone. It's a mistake. You could say it's not good enough. But I think Declan Rice, with how good he's been, he's almost allowed that mistake. Whereas with the Raya one, I don't think he's been that good. And it's weird with Raya because I know we've kept 6 clean sheets in a row.
He's got the Golden Glove, yeah.
Has he got it statistically? Fair enough, he's got it. But usually with a goalkeeper, when you bring a keeper in, you see very quickly if they're good enough or not.
Yeah. Because
they're faced with shots and they either save them or they make mistakes and they let goals in. But our defence has been so good that in some games we haven't been conceding 2-3 shots. So it's like, has he been tested enough yet for us to know that he's good enough? Or do we still have to look for a keeper in the summer? I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Because obviously you're a keeper.
Well, obviously I'm in a boat where I feel like Arteta hasn't particularly treated Ramsdale fantastically in this scenario. I think you could have given Ramsdale a lot more minutes, especially when Raya came in. It's not been the situation, and I think it's quite clear that Raya's his man. That signing is going to be made permanent. And, we've just got to kind of put up with it. I've still got massive respect for Aaron Ramsdale for everything he's done. He's massive reason as to why we're in the position that we are today in terms of being back in the Champions League, being competitive. But I'm not the manager. And obviously, so we've done what we needed to do today.
We have.
Picked up the 3 points. We've won the North London derby. It bears saying again. We'll see what Nottingham Forest do.
Yeah.
But after that, we've got 3 more games left in this league.
Bournemouth.
Do you think we can win it?
Bournemouth, Man United, Everton.
Yeah.
We can. I don't know if we will. Personally, I think City will win every game. But all we can do is do our own thing. I just want to say, Caleb and Leah, hold that. And yeah, do our own thing, win our games. If we win every game, we finish on 89 points.
Yep.
That's a respectable tally in the Premier League. In 03-04, interestingly enough, the invincible season, Arsenal got 90 points. Second place was Chelsea with 79. So us getting 80 points today, we would have won the league in 03-04. A lot of other seasons, we would have won the league on 80 points. 81, 82 points would be enough, but we're going up against one of the best teams in history. So all we can do is do our thing. It's a shame we slipped up against Villa, otherwise we'd be 7 points clear now. But yeah, do our thing. Watch the game today. See what happens.
Absolutely. Thank you, Christian.